Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Now for today's video, I wanted to talk about something from Jurassic Park's past. A long time ago, back in the late 90s, the franchise was trying to expand into new territory. While the first movie was a truly massive blockbuster, Steven Spielberg was careful not to overexpose the public on JP content. While we got tons of video games, toys, and merchandise to go along with the first and second film, we curiously didn't get any animated series during this time, which back in those days was kind of rare for such a valuable property that was loved by kids. Truth be told, Spielberg had actually canceled two separate TV shows that were going to be spin-offs of Jurassic during this time period. The first of which was a sequel to the first movie involving Biosyn called Escape from Jurassic Park, and the second happened to be a hybrid dinosaur-focused follow-up to The Lost World. And while neither of these got up and off of the ground, the next one actually did. In the past, I've talked briefly about the project that was going under the name Jurassic Park Chaos Effect, but I've never really gone into detail as far as what this IP would have involved. Well, to make a long story short, this was going to be another hybrid dinosaur-focused animated series that would have come out in 1998 or 1999 in support of its tie-in toy line. Much like the modern Battle at Big Rock, Chaos Effect had its own set of action figures sold in stores to promote the property. Sadly, that story never came to be. However, tons of information about it did surface onto the internet in the following years, and one such piece of information happens to be the unique animal known as the Dilophospinus. Shown here in this pretty awesome pre-production art, the Dilophospinus was going to be a creature that would serve the bidding of some human handler. And believe it or not, this guy is popularly believed to have been Roland Tembo, the big game hunter from the Lost World. Now, the story behind this hybrid is limited to what we currently know, but apparently it was going to be a mix between a Dilophosaurus and a Spinosaurus. What looks to be some sort of radio device got attached to its head, and on its back, we can see a large metallic box that serves some unknown purpose. I've seen discussions online that claim that this was more than likely a reservoir for additional venom that the creature could spit, but I haven't really been able to substantiate those claims. Needless to say, I think this thing looks pretty sweet, and it would have been a really great design for the Chaos Effect property. Sadly, it never got past this conceptual phase, and once Hasbro decided to kill Kenner and go in a different direction with their JP3 stuff, all hopes of seeing something come from this art was squashed. What I find to be really interesting about Jurassic Park Chaos Effect was just how far they were willing to push the outlandish nature of these hybrids. While the toy line did show that we would have also seen other animals like T-Rexes and raptors that were simply brightly colored, we still got a large assortment of splice species that were both highly imaginative and creepily alien. Just by going off of this cancelled concept for the Dilophospinus, we can see that they were really going for something vastly different than what had been shown off in The Lost World just a year or so prior. Speaking of The Lost World, I'm also surprised to see how reserved these hybrids look in comparison to the second movie's very uncancelled animated show, where we would have gotten things like the three-headed T-Rex slug monster. Very different ideas going on there. None of these guys really come anywhere near to the canon hybrids that we've seen in the Jurassic World movies as far as realism goes, but I can definitely see the appeal for something as wild and chaotic as this. Now, I'm curious to hear what all of you guys think about the Dilophospinus. If this was shown off in an animated series or released as a toy back in 1998, would you have picked it up? And would you be interested in seeing something like this pop up in something like Jurassic World Alive? I know my answer is yes to all of that. But hey, whatever your own thoughts and opinions happen to be, I'd love to hear them in the comments down below. Now before I go, I'd like to thank all of my game wardens, as well as all of my InGen executives. I'd also like to thank all of my park workers and InGen hunters as well. Guys, it seriously means the world to me that you all even continue to watch these videos, and I want to thank each and every one of you for all of your continued support. Now, I'd like to thank all of you for watching this video and hope you all enjoy today's content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like and hope that you'll consider subscribing if you're interested in hearing from me again. I'll see you all in the next one, guys, and as always, take it easy.